Manchester United have made it clear to Barcelona they will not blow a large part of their budget, £70 million on Frankie de Jong. The compromise remains some way off as of now. But this is positive news for many people in the Manchester United camp who don't want to be rolled over, that don't want to waste money on a deal they believe they can get a little bit cheaper. Over 140 million as a starting amount of money has been promised to Erik Ten Hag and his Manchester United revival. We're going to delve into this story and this development that shows that serious talks between Barcelona and Manchester United have started to take place. Barca continue as well, by the way, with the same narrative the whole way through. They don't really want to sell him. They rate him as a player, but they're going to do the best job for the club. I want your thoughts. I want your feelings. This transfer continues to motor on forward, at least to the point where the De Jong transfer for me is all but confirmed. Barcelona are going to sell him this summer, but the big question remains, to who? Frankie de Jong deal is potentially going to be one of the biggest of the summer. It's been around a week and it is already dominating the newspapers, trending every single day across social media with fans desperate for news and updates, journalists giving us what they can. But how much has really changed? What do we actually know? What direction is this transfer going in? We're going to give you a full breakdown of the latest news, how this fits in with the previous stories, and kind of an overview from the perspective of you can't take individual journalists from different publication stories as if they're all coming from the same person, the same place, the same source. Therefore, there's always going to be an element of variation. And we'll delve into why that's important a little bit later. But the big news that came out late last night was that Manchester United have told Barcelona they will not blow their budget on a £70 million deal for Frankie de Jong. A compromise remains some way off. The significance of that is it's been confirmed by one of the leading Dutch journalists that Man United are looking to invest more than 140 million euros to give Erik Ten Hag the right start. In the rest of this report, it goes on to claim that this is a start point. We'll explain what that means a little bit later. The likes of Timber, Anthony, and Frankie de Jong are on the table, but not everything will be feasible. And this is a very interesting line that United have gone with. We go back here, and the compromise is still some way off, the word compromise here. So, first and foremost, United are starting off with a base of 100 to 120 million pounds, which is fair. Remember, that isn't the total spend. That's how much they can afford to spend this summer. A lot of these transfers will be paid in installments. So maybe your first year's outgoing of that £100 million for a Frankie de Jong is 25 million, 30 million, maybe along those lines. So it's doable still. But Man United are going to look for the compromise. And this is the right thing to do. And we'll explain why as we go through this video. Manchester United, it isn't feasible that we're going to land all of our targets. And it also isn't feasible for us to start off in a way in which that we've been running horribly for many, many years, where we're being dragged over the coals, bent over the barrel, and not paying so much above the odds, because Frankie de Jong is worth £70 million. But we overpay or pay bang on the money for nearly everybody, and we've undersold for nearly everybody that's left our football club, and we hemorrhage money. If every player costs you on average 10 million more than they're actually worth, and you sell for 10 million less, and you're doing 3 or 4 transfers a season, you ain't got to be a mathematician to work out you're hemorrhaging between 60 to 80 million pound potentially a year just on transfer fees, which will eat into budgets and contract renewals and everything else. But Frankie de Jong is one of Manchester United's priorities that want to get the deal done. They're not just going to roll over and let Barcelona tickle their bellies, especially, and this is the bit that Man United fans seem to miss so far on social media. It's not really being reported by the media either. The reason that de Jong is available is the financial issues that Barcelona have got. So why would Man United just roll over and pay the maximum asking price without trying to get money off? If £20 million in total can be saved. £10 million year one is saved. That can be reinvested elsewhere. There is no point overpaying if you can get the price down. I know there is this desperation from football fans to want to drive these, get these deals done quick to show we're a big, powerful club. Example and case in point, look how long the Thiago deal took Liverpool to get done. Look how long Manchester City took to sign Jack Grealish. Not all deals by well-run clubs happen in May, in the start of June. They are prolonged. Man United are in a position where that looks like it's happening right about now. So for me, this isn't something when I look at this where I'm stressed and I think, oh my God, we're in trouble here. We're not getting a deal done quickly enough. There's other clubs that are involved, and they are. Man City have shown an interest. Man City have let the representation of Frankie de Jong know that they could be interested in the player. They haven't made any formal approach to Barcelona. They're not where Man United are, which is negotiating with the football club. The reason the United negotiating with the football club should make you positive is very rarely does that happen when the club, very rarely would that happen if a club doesn't believe it can get the deal done and the player say yes. So there's a lot of reports that the player hasn't agreed to join yet. The fact that Man United are in deep conversations, the fact that Man United are negotiating properly, directly with Barcelona about this, should give Manchester United fans a huge sense of confidence that this deal could get done. That, for me, is the big smoking gun in this conversation, again, which is being ignored. The general process of a transfer is get the player to agree first, then you move on to talking to the football club. This is primarily done, one, to save time, and two, you don't want to embarrass yourself by negotiating for 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 5 weeks with Barca. They accept your bid just for the player to turn around and say, zero interest, not going to sign, on your bike a bit. It's simply a huge, huge waste of time, which football clubs don't want to suffer with. Why would they? Why would they want to suffer wasting their time and when they could be using it elsewhere on different players? I think what's really key with this transfer as well, which stands out when reading these stories, is what the Barcelona president has said, along with many other officials from the football club. What they have stated on many occasions now is that Barcelona will do what is best for the club. They are essentially refusing to sell. Now, this is really, really key for me that they are refusing to sell, because at the end of the day, they're refusing not to sell. They're not ruling out the sale of the player. That tells you that he is going to be available. Whether or not he picks Manchester United is still a point that many people are going to debate. As I've already said, I think there's a huge chance Man United think that he will, because they're negotiating with the football club to get a fee for the player agreed. But with the club not ruling out the sale, with them being in financial trouble, Man United are spot on. I don't care what anybody says, they are spot on to be negotiating this deal down to try and get it at a cheaper price. It's as simple as that. You've also got to look here at Gerard Romero, who was one of the leading and first journalists to talk about Manchester United links, that say sources keep telling me the operation for the departure of Frankie de Jong still continues. It's another reason by another journalist from another outlet talking about he's still being told that Frankie de Jong is going to exit. Frankie de Jong is going to leave. Frankie de Jong is unlikely to be a Barcelona player next year. You couple that in with the continuous words from officials from Barcelona that they are going to do what's best for the club. They're going to look at the financial elements of this deal. The fact that the Dutch media are reporting consistently that Frankie de Jong is on the table, that Man United will invest big money this year as a start point. And that start point, as I mentioned earlier, is key, because not only is this about trying to get the price of players down, on top of that, United are going to look to sell people as well. They're going to look to add money to this. And you've got to be strategic. There was a lack of strategy, a poor approach at times from Manchester United, which led to us, go back to the original point, overpaying and underselling on a regular basis, which hemorrhaged money. That hemorrhaging of money made us miss out on opportunities with other players, and then we'd panic by later on down the line and waste even more money. It's why we've spent more money than Liverpool, spent more money than Manchester City, but ultimately gone backwards because we never brought in the right targets consistently enough for the managers and the philosophy and style of football that they were trying to play. Man United fans getting their knickers in a twist over the speed of the situation are seriously missing the point. This isn't about speed, it's about timing and accuracy. And the accuracy also includes doing it in the right way. This is absolutely imperative. The operation for him to leave Barcelona is on. The club are not ruling out the sale and will do what's best for their football club. The best, the most credible Dutch journalists are linking him to us. In fact, nearly every journalist in the world is linking him to Manchester United, and confirmed talks are going on. Man United are in direct conversations and negotiations with Barcelona. This is a fact as things stand right now. That is very rarely the case until a club believes they can get the deal done with all parties. Now, there's no guarantee this is going to happen. I'm not sitting here and stating that, but it's in a positive position. Man United fans have got to remain a little bit more relaxed every 5 minutes, saying what's going on, why are there no positive links to these players. For me, when I'm reading this story, it's highly positive as things stand right now. And if it doesn't come to fruition, Man United will move on to other targets. Ten Hag is now in the UK. He landed in London on Wednesday in the City Airport in London. He will remain in London until after the Crystal Palace game, where he'll be in attendance. He will then travel with the squad back to Manchester. Of course, they're going to go off on their holidays. He will very likely take a break himself at some point in recent weeks, but he'll meet his squad and then he'll start to try and rebuild Manchester United from the ground up. Frankie de Jong is a transfer that is on. The transfer out of the football club has been all but confirmed by Barcelona as being exceedingly possible. Man United are trying to negotiate well. Man United are trying to drive the price down. Manchester United are doing their utmost to get this deal done for the right price and at the right time. I want your thoughts and I want your feelings on this. Smash that like and share button before you leave. Until next time, take care. Goodbye. God bless. And we'll see you soon. Thank you.